These big deviants is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is, TG Jakes, any of them. All lies will be exposed. That's all. Offered him 50 million and he turned it down. Who gonna turn down 50 million? Now I've had to turn down $50 million 4 times. 4 times. Just to protect my integrity and that virgin hole I was telling you about. Right. Because P. Diddy be wanting to party. And you gotta tell him no. You got to tell him no. I did. I did. See, I got the receipts for everything I'm telling you. That's why I guess.
Williams claims that none other than music mogul Sean Diddy Combs made him an offer that's as shocking as it is lucrative. We're talking about a mind-boggling sum of over $50 million. But the strings attached to this golden offer are what's really raising eyebrows. According to Williams, this astronomical amount wasn't for a record deal or a business venture. No, the alleged purpose was far more personal and scandalous. The comedian insinuates that Diddy's intention was to engage in an intimate encounter of a rather explicit nature. The alleged contract didn't just stop at access. It reportedly included a clause so outrageous it's hard to believe. We're talking about unprotected encounters with not just Diddy, but his associates too. It's a claim that's as disturbing as it is shocking. Now, Williams isn't just making noise. He's reportedly ready to back up these explosive allegations with evidence should the authorities come knocking. Meanwhile, Diddy's legal troubles have escalated dramatically. The music mogul finds himself behind bars, facing potential charges that could see him locked away for a century. His attempt to secure bail hit a brick wall, despite offering a staggering $50 million and putting up prime real estate as collateral.
Put up a $50 million bond. $50 million bond. And the judge still said, you're denied, do not pass go, do not collect $200, you're going to jail, you're gonna be in chains. Out of all the news today, I think I'm still stuck on this $50 million bond, because if you look at the fact that in California, the average bail amount for is $2 million, and your bond amount is 10% of that, right? So that's $200,000. And you can pay your bond by putting up your house, putting up your assets, whatever the case may be. But this man paid off an $18 million home, and the judge still said, nah, you gonna sit in jail. I've talked about this before, but I'm gonna say it again. I don't care what you have. I don't care what your life looks like. I don't care what other people have. I really don't. Because what did you do to get it? How did you end up in the position that you're in? Because the fact of the matter is, if you did something dirty to get where you are, you will have to pay the debt of your transgressions. You will have to pay it in full. It might not be on this side. It might be on the other side. But you will never escape the return on the investment that you made to get where you are. And the return on your investment might be jail. I'm just so shook. Like, you put up a $50 million bond and they said, nah, that ain't.
We're talking about accusations that stretch back to 2008. Apparently, this wasn't just a one-man show. The whispers suggest a network of powerful players, including hotels across the nation, all allegedly working to keep this operation under wraps. The charges? They're like something out of a crime thriller. Trafficking, forced labor, kidnapping, arson, bribery, you name it, it's on the list. And at the center of it all, Diddy allegedly orchestrating these freak-off parties that sound more like nightmares than celebrations. Now, here's where it gets really disturbing. These events reportedly lasted for days, with victims needing IV fluids just to recover. And the evidence? Let's just say the feds claim they found enough lubricant to fill a swimming pool, along with some serious firepower hidden away in Miami. But wait, there's more. Remember Katt Williams' bombshell interview with Shannon Sharpe? It's suddenly looking less like wild talk and more like a prophetic warning. Williams claimed Diddy tried to proposition him multiple times with eye-watering sums of money. As this tangled web unravels, more names are being dragged into the spotlight. From Cassie to Jaguar Wright, it seems like everyone who's ever crossed paths with Diddy is now under scrutiny.
These big deviants is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is, TG Jakes, any of them. All lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it. The truth is the light. Because the people want to know, well, why would he get blackballed?
Yeah,
because in 30 years, I've done nothing but collect information, knowledge, and your secrets. So if you and a man was in a corner doing something you wasn't supposed to be doing,
you will tell it.
No, somebody come to tell me.
Okay.
I gather that, I value that, I'll pay for that. Come, tell me. I know so many things I shouldn't know, and they all know it. They all know it. Why? Because you don't make me the villain. Not the guy that raises black children and ain't never done a hard in his life and don't have no stories of doing nobody dirty.
It seems Katt Williams wasn't just a random target in Diddy's alleged schemes. No, according to Williams, he was being groomed for a specific role in these now infamous freak-off parties. And let me tell you, it's not a role you'd find in any mainstream casting call. Apparently, Diddy saw something in Williams that made him think the comedian would be perfect as what's known in certain circles as a power bottom. Now, for those unfamiliar with the term, let's just say it's a pivotal position in intimate encounters that requires a certain set of skills and endurance. The kicker? This wasn't a one-time offer. We're talking about multiple attempts to bring Williams into the fold, each time dangling an eye-watering sum of money as bait. We're talking life-changing amounts here, folks. But Williams, if his claims are to be believed, stood his ground. He says he turned down these lucrative offers not once, not twice, but every single time. Why? Well, according to the comedian, he saw these parties for what they really were, a danger zone he wanted no part of. Williams claims he made a conscious decision to steer clear of any event associated with Diddy. In his words, it was the only way to keep himself safe from whatever was going down at these gatherings.
Offered him $50 million and he turned it down. Who gonna turn down $50 million? Now, I've had to turn down $50 million 4 times. 4 times. Just to protect my integrity and that virgin hole I was telling you about. Right. Because P. Diddy be wanting to party. And you gotta tell him no. You got to tell him no. I did. I did. See, I got the receipts for everything I'm telling you. That's why I guess. Because I'm favored by God. Like, when I see people's wives and stuff, I don't even look at them. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to look at nothing I don't want to have. Because I know how blessed I am. If I look at it, I got it.
Yeah.
That's how Diddy be feeling.
Now, come on, man. Come.
Diddy wasn't the only big name allegedly trying to take advantage of the comedian. Williams claims he found himself in the crosshairs of none other than disgraced movie mogul Harvey Weinstein. And let me tell you, this encounter was apparently anything but subtle. According to Williams, Weinstein didn't beat around the bush. No, sir, he allegedly came right out with an explicit demand that would make even the most seasoned Hollywood veteran blush.
They canceled me for talking about Harvey Weinstein before the thing came out, but he offered to suck my in front of all my people at my agency. What am I supposed to do? He did all of that. I'm thinking I'm the only black person on the script. I get there, it's 3 other black guys on there. Woo. Huh.
So you wonder what they did to get there.
I told him no. What y'all do? And this is why when I walk in a room, heads go down.
Remember the Friday film franchise? Well, according to Williams, during the production of Friday After Next, he found himself in a situation that was no laughing matter. The comedian claims that Ice Cube and the film's producers approached him with a scene that crossed a line, and not in a good way. The proposed scene? It allegedly involved Williams' character being sexually assaulted by none other than Terry Crews. Now let that sink in for a moment. The filmmakers apparently thought this would be comedic gold, but Williams? He wasn't buying it. In a move that speaks volumes about his character, Williams says he put his foot down hard. He refused to participate in the scene, making it clear that sexual assault is never a joking matter, regardless of who's involved or the context.
I'm saying, if I did it and I did a good job at it, you can thank me. I was involved.
Right.
I'm not gonna come later on and tell you, I never even read the whole script. So how you know what roles? What? What do you mean you never read the these guys' whole job is to present something, unfortunately. And I'm just not a presenter. If you ask me a question, I'm just gonna tell you the truth of how it went. The Money Mike in the original script got in the bathroom, and that's what Ricky Smiley was okay with. Katt Williams had to take the risk in front of the studios and the cast and our powers that be in his very first movie and say respectfully, humbly, guys, if we're talking about anything else, I have no credibility and I have no pull. But we're talking about comedy,
right,
where I have all the credibility and all the pull. The problem with Friday After Next is we're trying to make a classic comedy. And this comedy involves and is never funny, no matter who it happens to or what the circumstances are. If you would allow me to allow us to do this movie without a black man getting in it, I promise you that it will be twice as funny as it would be with him getting. So considering that's the real story, why would you bring up that story? 35 members of the cast and crew have never brought up that Ricky Smiley was gonna play Money Mike. No one ever saw me put on a Santa Claus suit. We got a wardrobe department. They made a Santa Claus suit for me. Why that wasn't in the bloopers? Why?
It seems Williams' strong moral compass may have been his saving grace. Many are now speculating that his refusal to play ball could have put him in serious danger. After all, if these allegations are true, Diddy isn't someone who takes no for an answer lightly. The details emerging from Diddy's indictment paint a picture of a man wielding power like a weapon. We're talking about allegations of physical abuse, coercion, and psychological manipulation on a scale that's hard to fathom. Victims reportedly endured injuries that took weeks to heal, while being trapped in a web of control that extended to every aspect of their lives. But it gets even darker. The indictment suggests Diddy used explicit recordings as blackmail, ensuring silence through fear. Career opportunities dangled like carrots, while financial support became a leash. Even victims' appearances and health records weren't off limits in this alleged reign of control. As the legal noose tightened, the desperation apparently ramped up. Witnesses and victims were allegedly pressured to keep mum, with bribes and false narratives being thrown around like confetti at a twisted party. And just when you think it couldn't get any worse, we hear about alleged kidnapping and arson, a Molotov cocktail through a car's convertible top. It sounds more like a scene from a gangster movie than the actions of a music mogul. As this sordid tale continues to unfold, one can't help but wonder what other shocking revelations are waiting in the wings. And more importantly, how deep does this web of alleged crimes and cover-ups really go? Katt Williams' foresight in warning about these events is looking more and more prescient. His decision to stand firm on his principles, despite the allure of massive paydays, seems to have saved him from a world of trouble. The public reaction is a mix of shock, disgust, and a demand for justice. People are connecting dots between past events and current allegations, calling for investigations into mysterious deaths and incidents that have long been the subject of whispered conspiracies. There's a sense that this could be just the tip of the iceberg. The mention of Diddy not being alone suggests that other powerful figures in the entertainment industry might be sweating bullets right now, wondering if they're next in line for exposure. The bravery of those who've spoken out, like Cassie, is being recognized and applauded. It's clear that their courage has opened the floodgates for more truths to potentially come to light. As for Diddy's legal future, a potential 100-year sentence is staggering to contemplate. It's a reminder of just how serious these allegations are and how far-reaching their consequences could be. This story is far from over, and it seems like everyone's on the edge of their seats, waiting to see what bombshell drops next. Will more victims come forward? Will other industry bigwigs be implicated? And how will this reshape the entertainment landscape as we know it?